Welcome to Granges Americas, an innovative aluminum engineering company. Granges drives the development of lighter, smarter, and more sustainable aluminum products and solutions. Granges' innovative engineering has transformed the industry for more than 125 years, and the company holds leading positions in rolled products for thermal management systems, specialty packaging, and selected niche applications in Asia, Europe, and Americas. Granges has 3 rolling production facilities in the Americas, as well as our corporate office in Franklin, Tennessee. These locations include Huntington, Tennessee, our largest location with both casting and rolling operations, Salisbury, North Carolina, which has both casting and rolling, and Newport, Arkansas, which only has rolling operations. At Granges, we believe in safety and world-class facilities. We are continuously invested in our locations to expand into the future. These expansions have allowed Granges to be the leader in many of the markets that we serve. At Granges, we strive to conduct our operations in a safe, healthy, and environmentally responsible manner we serve. Environmental, health, and safety excellence demands holding ourselves to the highest standards in every situation and at all times. It is important that you know, understand, and follow these safety standards while on site. We request your complete attention during this safety video to ensure that you are provided with the best possible experience while at Granges. When arriving and driving on site, please wear your seatbelt and ensure that all posted speed limits as well as other traffic signs are followed. Constantly be aware of other vehicles, delivery trucks, and equipment on site roads. Please stay alert and always yield to pedestrians. You may park in the visitor spot or any other open spots in the designated parking area. Please note that while on Granges' property, the following items are prohibited: drink cans or plastic water bottles less than 2 liters, butane or BIC type lighters, e-cigarettes and vape pens and tobacco, alcohol, drugs, weapons, and explosives. If you need to bring hazardous material on site, including product samples, you must have prior approval from your host, and the hazardous material must be accompanied by a safety data sheet. Upon arrival, proceed to the lobby, sign in, and wait for your host to arrive. Your host can help answer any questions you may have while on site. Before heading onto the plant floor, you will be provided with the needed personal protective equipment known as PPE for your visit. This PPE should be used the entire time you are on the plant floor. Personal protective equipment needed for all areas of the plant floor include hearing protection, hard hat, high visibility safety vest, safety glasses with side shields, safety toe boots, long pants, and a long sleeve shirt. Metal rings as well as dangling earrings and necklaces must be removed before entering the plant. Rings present a degloving hazard and molten metal can stick to metal jewelry. Silicone rings may be worn. Long hair must be secured and placed onto the hard hat. Neckties, scarves, and other loose-fitting garments must be removed or tucked in to prevent entanglement risk. If visiting the cast house while on site, additional PPE will be required and is covered in a later section. You are now ready to enter the plant. When entering the plant, always enter through the pedestrian doors. Never walk through the overhead equipment or bay doors to ensure that you are properly separated from mobile equipment. One of the greatest hazards in manufacturing facilities is the interaction between pedestrians and mobile equipment. Please use designated pedestrian walkways while on site, pay close attention to your surroundings, and stay with your host for the duration of the visit. Should you need to take pictures or videos, please gain prior approval with host. At Granges, we have implemented mobile equipment absolutes that must be followed at all times. Always use designated walkways and pedestrian doors when available. Always stay 10 feet away from mobile equipment that is in operation. Always stop and check to ensure that you have good visibility of the area and can cross safely. Always give priority to mobile equipment. Always make eye contact and ensure that you have been acknowledged in the driver motions, waves, that you can leave a safe area. Never approach a forklift while it's lifting a load. Never walk behind an operating forklift. Instead, cross in front after eye contact with the driver in acknowledgement or allow it to pass. Never place yourself in a pinch point when acting as a spotter. Never use handheld devices while walking through the forklift traffic areas. Do not wear tinted or dark glasses indoors unless specifically approved. It is equally important to stay away from all cranes in use in moving loads. Be aware of the vertical and horizontal drop zones and remain clear of those areas. This is the area that if the load were to drop, the object would most likely land and potentially crush anyone in that area. Remember while on site that you are visiting a working manufacturing facility with a wide range of hazards. Keep away from operating equipment such as mills, slitters, saws, and other moving equipment. Be aware of automated equipment as machines may move unexpectedly. Remember to follow instructions from all warning and danger signs as well as barricade tapes. Stay out of any active work and construction zones. Always assume all aluminum is hot, as it does not show color when heated. As a good rule of thumb, do not touch any metal or equipment in the facility because outside of a potential burn hazard, some metal and equipment could be sharp with the potential to cause a laceration. Use caution while walking in and around the facility. Watch for slippery surfaces and trip hazards. Always use handrails on stairs and maintain 3 points of contact. Never text or use your phone while walking, as this distraction greatly increases your risk of slips, trips, and falls. In case of an emergency, you will be notified by sounding alarms and/or overhead announcements. Your host, if necessary, will provide instruction in case of an emergency during your visit. In the event of a fire or emergency evacuation, stay with your escort and calmly proceed through the nearest exit and to the appropriate emergency evacuation area. Once in the emergency evacuation area, do not leave unless directed. All employees, visitors, and contractors must be accounted for during an evacuation. Do not leave or re-enter the building until the all clear is given. If a mill fire occurs, the carbon dioxide fire suppression system will initiate eliminating the oxygen present in the area and thus extinguishing the fire. An alarm will sound and the CO2 gas will start to be released. It will look like a dense cloud, and the denser the cloud, the higher concentration of carbon dioxide, therefore less oxygen. If you are in that area when this occurs, you are to evacuate the area immediately. Walk, do not run towards the posted exit with your host. All visitors, contractors, and employees must be accounted for, and re-enter is allowed only after the all clear is given. In the event of a severe weather emergency such as a tornado, an alarm will sound. Stay with your escort and proceed to the nearest severe weather shelter. Shelters are typically inside blocked areas with no windows such as a restroom, and your host will escort you safely to the nearest shelter. If you experience a medical emergency while on site, notify your host. If needed, have your host call 911 immediately. Cast house safety. If you are visiting a cast house, additional safety requirements and PPE will be required due to the unique hazards within a cast house and the presence of molten metal. In addition to a PPE discussed earlier, an approved fire-resistant jacket extending below waist to mid-thigh is required. Cotton pants and shirts are required underneath the fire-resistant jacket. No other materials such as nylon or polyester clothing is allowed. Metal jewelry such as necklaces, watches, including Apple watches, bracelets, earrings, and rings must not be worn in the cast house. Note that metal frame safety glasses are not permitted. The severity of injuries can be increased if molten metal touches metal jewelry. The molten metal will stick to the metal jewelry and cause severe burns. Medical alert necklaces are the only exception. They must be tucked into the undergarment and not visible. Molten metal explosions are a serious and real hazard that exists within aluminum cast houses. Entrapment of water or moisture in molten aluminum may cause explosions. Contact and mixing of molten aluminum with a number of other substances may also lead to explosions. When water is trapped between molten metal and a solid surface, the water quickly turns to steam and, in doing so, expands approximately 1,700 times. This rapid expansion, accompanied by a rise in temperature, may result in an explosion that can throw metal a large distance and injuring personnel and damaging equipment. This unique hazard is the reason, as stated earlier, that drink cans or plastic water bottles less than 2 liters are prohibited on site. These containers, when filled with liquid, even very little, and mixed into metal, inadvertently thought to be trash, could have devastating results if charged into molten metal. Equally important is to keep lighters, butane, vaping, and electronic cigarettes off the plant floor. One butane lighter, when ignited, can have the same explosive potential as 3 sticks of dynamite. Please help us protect our employees, contractors, and yourselves by keeping these items off-site. This simple step can help prevent molten metal explosions. All visitors shall remain 15 feet from molten metal. Danger zones may be present while in the cast house. These zones are identified by painted areas, warning lights, and/or signs. There is a no access into the danger zone during the loading or drossing operation of molten metal. Two unique hazards to the cast house include electromagnetic fields and the use of chlorine. Some equipment within the cast house around the melting furnaces may contain a small electromagnetic field. Individuals with medical implants such as pacemakers should stay away from these areas. Chlorine is used within the casting process to help remove impurities. However, chlorine, if released into the atmosphere, can be very harmful. If you or your host smells a pungent chlorine odor or hears the alarm, they will escort you out of the area immediately. At the conclusion of your visit, remember to return all your PPE and check out in the front lobby. Should you have noticed a safety hazard while on site, kindly report it to your host as we strive for continuous improvement in all areas. Please visit our website for more information about Granges, our markets, products, and commitment to sustainability and more. If you have any questions about the safety standards covered in this video, please ask your host for additional information. Thank you for your attention during this safety briefing. We hope you have an enjoyable and safe visit here at Granges.